Blessings and welcome to the path to freedom. This you've heard me say it before, and I'm gonna say it again. This amazing path, this beautiful path where we get to set ourselves free to be in ever expanding love and joy and peace and harmony and abundance and beauty and all these beautiful qualities. Where we get to set ourselves free to shore, to shine, to soar, to glow in ever expanding ways, where we get to set ourselves free to allow for the next great and grand version of who and what we are to emerge, where we get to set ourselves free from fear, worry, and doubt, these lower vibrations, these a sense of not being enough, a sense of not having enough, and all of these things that we bump into, these egoic structures that we bump into. My name is Daniel Roqueo, and as always, I'm deeply grateful and honored and privileged that you are tuning in, that you're choosing to join me in a moment of expanding our consciousness and raising our vibration in this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way. So today, the topic for today is with regards to the challenges and the spaces that we from time to time move through, spaces of expansion, spaces of releasing, letting go of chemicalizations, and sometimes referred to as the dark night of the soul, and how in combination with how we get to trust and how we get to lean into that we are not in this by ourselves, that it is not us doing anything. As Jesus said, it is not me who is doing the work, it's the Father within me that is doing the work, and how we can lean into that as a tool and as a practice to assist us when perhaps we feel we are lacking the strength, when perhaps we feel we are lacking whatever quality we feel we're lacking in the moment. We can always lean into open ourselves up, making ourselves open and available for that loving presence that is all there is to move through us. And that is the topic for today. Something along the lines of, hey God, I can't do it. Do it through me. Because we are. In any given moment, in every single moment, we are all standing, moving, living, having our beingness in absolute oneness with this loving presence that is all there is, that is eternally good, benevolent, always for itself, that is always expressing itself perfectly. And that principle about spirit being always for itself, good, benevolent, that includes spirit eternally sourcing and fueling and funding itself and guiding and leading and moving itself. And so as we move into challenges and as we navigate challenges, when we feel we are lacking something, it can be the strength to continue, patience, peace, it may be compassion or love. We may perhaps perceive that we are lacking the ability to forgive someone, which does not mean that we condone what they did or did not do. Forgiveness simply means that we release our attachments to the stories that we hold in our minds. Whatever the case may be, as we are moving through these intense spaces, we're so wise and we are invited to simply ask for help, to simply reach out a hand, make ourselves open and available. This does not change spirit in any way, shape, or form. Spirit is what spirit is. But spirit cannot force itself onto us. But we need to make ourselves open and available. We need to allow spirit, this loving presence, to move through us. If we close ourselves into our own little bubble, thinking that we need to make it happen, that we need to, that it is all up to us, that will be our experience. And spirit cannot pry our doors open, our mental doors open. But we need to make spirit welcome and simply ask, simply state, hey, it's me. I'm back. Leaning into these casual conversations. I'm having this challenge, I'm facing this or that. And this is not to inform spirit. God knows. I mean, God knows everything. God's mind is omniscient, as God is the all in all. There's nothing that we can ever say or share or do that God does not know, as we are unique, perfect, whole, complete expressions of the one mind. But this is for us to just articulating the challenge that we're moving through. So, hey God, it's me. I'm moving through this, I'm moving through that. This is what I'm having a challenge with. Help me. I can't find the strength. I cannot muster up the courage to do what is mine to do what I'm being called to do. So help me. Do it through me. I'm making myself open and available for this loving presence to not swoop down, but to infuse, us with all that is needed for us to navigate through this space. Because this loving presence, it is always for itself. It's not ever going to say no to anything that we ask. And we need not really ask anything. As asking, begging, beseeching implies absence. We want to affirm presence. We want to affirm that the good that we desire is already here. So we don't need to ask for spirit, really. I'm articulating it that way to make, and this serves to make us open and available. But whenever we lean into spirit, and for me, and obviously, why this topic is coming to me, or why this topic is coming to me, is because this is where I am right now, as I'm moving through a space where I wake up and I'm dead tired in the morning, and still I've got so much that I need to attend to, that I need to turn my attention to. And it is all good, it is all beautiful. There's such a beautiful expansion happening. There's so many wonderful things that I get to midwife, and that I get to serve, and I get to serve in such a beautiful way. But I feel as though I'm lacking. I begin the day feeling that I'm lacking the strength to just get through the day. So I'm leaning into this a whole lot right now. Just opening myself, making myself open and available for spirit to move through me, so that I don't need to do it. If it was all up to me, I'd be on my bare knees, barely being able to even crawl. That's how it feels. That's how it feels. But when I do lean into, hey God, and that's how I do it. That's how I often open these casual conversations. Hey God, it's me. I'm back. Here I am yet again. Same old. That's not the case, obviously, but it kind of feels like it sometimes. It kind of feels like I'm going in circles, and I'm coming back with the same old challenges, like a never-ending circle, like a hamster wheel. I know that that's not the case. I know that I am eternally moving forward. So it's a spiral. But from time to time, it seems as though my experiences, the challenges that I experience, that come into my space, they remain the same. So, in all honesty, it's it's a little bit frustrating. I'm experiencing a little bit of frustration over having to come back to ask spirit to move in, to help me, to do it through me again. I mean, after all these years on this path, after all this work that I've been doing, have I not come farther? I should be able to do more by now. But and these are just stories. These are just made up fantasies about shoulds and should nots, and so I'm not really engaged in them. But it's kind of they come up now as I'm sitting here talking to you. getting back to the practice. To get off, to really move deep into surrendering, to really move deep into allowing the divine intelligence, the one mind, the one power, the only source of anything and everything, to give that free reign. The apple seed does not make the apple tree happen. The caterpillar does not make the butterfly happen. We do not make our breathing happen. We do not make our hearts beat. The mother does not make the baby happen. So there's something so much vaster and greater that we can lean into, but we need to lean into it. We need to make the conscious choice to surrender, to get out of the way, to stop saying, oh, I'm this macho man, or I'm this super duper woman, I can do this. And yes, we can, but we're so better off getting out of the way. We're so better off. I mean, look at nature, at the beautiful flowers that are everywhere, the abundance that is everywhere, the peace that is everywhere. None of it is nature's doing. But this is all this loving presence. So why not? Why not lean into it? Why not yield to it? Why not surrender to it? Which does not mean that we give up in any way, shape, or form. It simply means that we realize that there is a tool, like a carpenter that would surrender, perhaps manually screwing in the screws or banging in the nails, to some sort of electric tool that can do it so much faster, that can do it with so much more power than just manual labor. So why not lean into, why not surrender to this loving presence that is always for itself, that is always for us, that is not in the habit of judging or criticizing or having opinions or picking favorites or anything like that. This is a loving presence. It is not made in the image and likeness of us humans. It is not. But this is unconditional love that we are speaking about, that we are leaning into. And the moment I do, the moment I open my mouth and speak the words, hey God, it's me, in that moment, something happens. In that moment, I can physically feel the tension releasing, how the body begins to relax. Hey God, it's me. I cannot do this. Give me the strength I need. Give me the courage I need. Give me the whatever I need in this moment. It's already here. It's not going to come from somewhere. It's always going to emerge from within. I'm just getting out of my own way. We are just getting out of our own way, blocking that which is already here, that which we've always been. Being unique, perfect, whole, complete expressions, emanations of the One, we can never be separated from anything that God is. Never be separated from anything that God is. And God is peace. This loving presence is love. This loving presence is power. This loving presence is intelligence, creativity, joy, harmony, wholeness. By closing ourselves off, by shutting our minds, by closing our hearts, we're sort of closing ourselves off from it. We could not ever, but it's like shutting the door. Let's say that a friend comes over with the gift that they have bought. It's our birthday, and they come over and they have bought this beautiful gift, and they wrapped it in beautiful, vibrantly colored paper, and put strings around it and ribbons and all of that. And they come knocking on our door, just ready to give us this beautiful gift. If they knock on our door and we don't open the door, that gift is not going to be delivered. We're not going to be able to receive it. It's still ours. Our friend has still bought it for us, but we need to make ourselves open and available to receive it. And this is what it is with Spirit. We need to make ourselves open and available for Spirit to move through us. And that means us getting out of the way. So this is such a beautiful practice, leaning into asking for help, leaning into, hey Spirit, hey higher power, hey God, hey universe, hey energy, whatever words we resonate with. I cannot do it. Do it through me. I cannot find the strength to keep moving. Do it through me. And as it is for me, this is something that currently that I need to do over and over and over again. So I do it. A few moments later, I've forgotten it. So I need to do it again. I forget it. I need to do it again and again. Just like in meditation, when we come back to the breath, we begin again. So we get to come back to asking for help and begin again and begin again and begin again. Our minds close themselves off. We retract our consciousness. We get into the habit of trying to make it happen, of taking it upon ourselves to do it, to make it, to just push through. We get to come back and begin again. Come back and begin again. So this is a beautiful practice. The invitation for us is to do it, to just do it. And in the beginning, it may feel kind of, stupid or illogical or embarrassing or something else. We get to do it anyway. We get to do it anyway because it serves us so well. It serves us so well to move into consciously co-creating, consciously participating in the unfoldment. Once again, not making it happen, but participating in that which is happening. Co-participating in that which is happening. So that's the invitation. I don't know which questions would fit into this invitation. So whatever resonates with us. And the thing is to come to complete stop. To become aware of, am I trying to just muster through? Am I trying to just make it happen? Or am I currently in co-creation? Am I currently involved in this beautiful partnership that we get to have with this loving presence? So there are a number of different questions that we can ask, but coming to a stop, witnessing and observing our minds, and witnessing and observing ourselves, becoming aware of where we are moving from, how we are moving, how we are showing up. Those are the most important. Whatever we can do to become aware in the moment, that is our invitation. And whatever questions serve that's the questions we want to lean into. Thank you so much for tuning in, as always. I am, until we meet again, I bless all of our days, and I bless all of our ways, knowing, feeling, as always, that all is well, that something wonderful is happening, that everything is working for our highest good, as unique, perfect, whole, complete individuals and as a collective. Until we meet again, much love, many blessings. Namaste.